time for the most anticipated match of Group A. It's the battle for the top spot, New Zealand versus India. Head to head, 7-5 to India. Can New Zealand turn that head to head around? Join me as I break down the key players, key factors, and the thing that makes our game so beautiful, the pitch. First off, two players that we saw were absolutely vital for both teams in the previous World Cup 2023 are doubts for this match. We're looking at Mohammad Shami, who looked like he had a little bit of a niggle. Look, in the first match, the group match, Mohammad Shami took a fifer. Now, for most cricket players, for most bowlers, you'd be like, oh, that's my limit, let me call it a day. No, in the semi-final, he went on to take 7 wickets against New Zealand. So he's key. Whether or not he's playing, he's absolutely key. On the other side of the story, we've got Daryl Mitchell. 2 fantastic centuries against India. And we're looking at Dubai, so we're probably looking at 20 to possibly even 30 overs of spin. He is by far New Zealand's best player against spin. Will those 2 top-notch players be taking the field on Sunday? Now, I think a lot of people from India were perhaps a bit worried about Gambhir's selection of 5 spinners, perhaps even more so in the first match against Bangladesh, because in the entire match we only saw 4 wickets taken by spin and 10 by pace. But in the second match against Pakistan, we saw 7 wickets in total taken by spin and only 5 by the paces. Not just that, excellent spells in the middle by the spinners to absolutely suffocate the Pakistani batters, and also they got rid of Rizwan, Ali Agha and Tahir. Kuldeep was phenomenal. Akshar has been phenomenal throughout the entire tournament. So the spinners are really starting to make sense now for India. On the other side of the spectrum, New Zealand has also been quite effective when it comes to spin. Okay, 4 wickets in the first match in Karachi, but in Pindi, we really saw the spinners coming to the forefront. It was a bit of a drier pitch and we saw the best coming out of them. 22 overs of spin, only 80 runs conceded and another 4 wickets. It's going to be an absolute battle. Look, New Zealand, they've got 2 right spinning options, 2 left spinning options. India, as well, great group of spinners there. Not just that, in my opinion, I think New Zealand's team, the batters as a whole, I think their ability to play spin is the best that's out there. We have to take into account that in the last year or so, when the Indian batters have been facing spinning conditions that's quite conducive to spin, they've actually been troubled quite a bit, as we saw in Sri Lanka. So can India get through those tough periods in the middle? Look, New Zealand have about 30, even 40 overs of spin. I don't think they're going to bowl 40 overs of spin, but they have that option. It's going to be an absolute battle. Who do you think is going to get on top of that one? So we have something quite unique in the opening pace attacks of India and New Zealand. We've got the one super experienced bowler, and then we've got the one, let's call him newbie bowler. We've got Harshit Rana and Mohammad Shami. We've got Matt Henry and Will O'Rourke. Now, there are talks that Rohit might not be playing this match, and I really hope he does, because I was really looking forward to the Rohit versus Will O'Rourke and Matt Henry battle. Rohit has been getting his team off to a fantastic start. He's been doing it for years. He's back at his best. And on the other side of the story, New Zealand have kept teams quiet. Pakistan only scored 22, I think Bangladesh 58. That's not bad. With all of their spinners coming in at the middle, anything under 60, a couple of wickets, well done. So I was really looking forward to that battle. And finally, where are the runs going to come from? Now, New Zealand, they've been tested all the way through. Glenn Phillips even scored his first ODI century in the Tri-Series. Kane Williamson has not had a good time of it, but it's only going to take 1 innings for him to be back to his best. Daryl Mitchell didn't play one of the matches, so will he slot back in? The interesting thing for me about the Indian side of things is that the bulk of the runs have been scored by Gill, Kohli, Rohit and Shreyas Iyer. The other batters have not really been tested yet, so actually it would be a really good exercise for them if they get a bit of bat on ball, bat a couple of overs. So if New Zealand have a couple of early breakthroughs, it's really going to test some of the batters that haven't really you know, been in the middle. So that's going to be an exciting battle for me. Will Gill and Coley, you know, will they keep on their form, score the way that they've been scoring? They're playing against probably the best side that they've played against so far. Look, New Zealand have everything in their arsenal to beat India. I think playing on Dubai actually helps New Zealand, because I do think that as a batting unit, they play spin the best. They've got some great spinning options. It's not fair to say, can New Zealand upset India? But India is so dominant in world cricket, we kind of have to say that, because without a doubt they're the favourites of this tournament. I'm going to go for a little risky prediction here. Sorry guys, my gut feeling is just telling me I think New Zealand might take this one.